Good morning all. The next example of Jacobian point is if u equal to xyz, v equal to xy plus yz plus zx and w equal to x plus y plus z, then find Jacobian of uvw with respect to xyz. So from the given equation we have uvw are the functions of xyz. So the formula for Jacobian is u derivatives first, ux, uy, uz, write the formula first, then v derivatives second, vx, vy, vz, and w derivatives wx, wy, wz. So here with respect to u derivatives with respect to x, yz, with respect to y, xz, with respect to z, xy. Because with respect to x, yz constant, with respect to y, xz constant, with respect to z, xy are constant. Then the v derivative with respect to x is y plus z. With respect to x, y and yz is constant, derivative 0. With respect to x, zx derivative is z. So y plus z. With respect to y, x plus z. With respect to z, this derivative because it is constant, with respect to z derivative 0. So with respect to z, y, with respect to z, x. So y plus x. W derivative with respect to x 1, with 1 0 0, that is 1. With respect to y 0 1 plus 0, that is 1. With respect to z 1 0 plus 0 plus 1, that is 1. Now apply the column transformation. So C1 minus C2, C1 minus C2 and C2 minus 3. Same type of column transformation we have applied in previous example. So the column transformation determined property is fixed, that is the subtraction of the columns. So if we apply C1 minus C2, so we have Z common, so in bracket y minus x, C1 minus C2, y minus x, z minus z can cancel, so remaining term is y minus x. 1 minus 1 is 0. Then C2 minus C3 is, in that x is common, so in bracket z minus y, x into z minus y. C2 minus C3 is x minus y, z minus x. So x minus x get cancelled, so we get z minus y only. So 1 minus y is 0. So third column, right, as it is. Now solve the, now evaluate the determinant, because it contains 2 zeros, so it is easy to evaluate directly without applying the next determinant property. So once we get the 2 or more zeros inside the determinant, we can solve that determinant directly. So here before solving this determinant in this example, we have, after applying C1 minus C2 and C2 minus 3, in first column y minus 6 is common, in second column z minus 6, y is common. So take common 2's and the remaining terms are z1 0, x1 0. Third column is as it is. Now simplify. Y minus x, z minus y common terms as it is. So z into 1 minus 0, that is 1, minus x into 1 minus 0, that is 1. So simplifying we get the answer. So y minus x, z, y minus x, z minus y, and this is z minus x. Or you can take x minus y, that is take minus sign common from this bracket. So x minus y is there with minus sign. Y minus z, for y minus z, in cyclic order we have written this. You can write this answer as it is. Or in cyclic order, if we have given if we have given the prove that answer, then you can take the minus sign common from the second bracket, minus sign common from the first bracket. So that minus sign get plus, and we have x minus y, y minus z, and z minus x as it is. That is your answer. Next example is u equal to x square minus 2y, v equal to x plus y plus z, and w equal to x minus 2y plus 3z. Find Jacobian of uvw with respect to xyz. Take as an assignment. Then third is xy are given in the form of r theta variables, and verify Jacobian of xy with respect to r theta and r theta with respect to xy equal to 1. So from the given equation we can find Jacobian of xy with respect to r theta, because here xy are the functions of r theta. So we get first Jacobian of xy with respect to r theta. So to have Jacobian of r theta with respect to xy, Jacobian of r theta with respect to xy, we want r theta with respect to xy. We want r theta equations in terms of xy variables. So for that, these are the standard formulae in polar form. So if x is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to r sin theta, then directly we can write as a formula r equal to square root of x square plus y square and theta equal to tan inverse y by x. So this type of formula we have studied in previous lectures. So directly write r theta formula as in terms of xy variables. So from that, find Jacobian of r theta with respect to xy. So first term is r derivative with respect to x, rx, ry. Second row is theta x, theta y. So these derivatives we have seen in previous many examples. So take as a assignment. Then the third is, if x equal to a cos phi cos hyperbolic theta, this h is known as the hyperbolic function. So a cos phi cos hyperbolic theta, y is a sin hyperbolic theta sin phi. Then show that Jacobian of xy with respect to theta phi is equal to, this notation is for phi angle. So Jacobian of xy with respect to theta phi is equal to a square by 2 cos hyperbolic 2 theta minus cos 2 phi. So here we have given that xy in terms of theta and phi. So here xy derivatives with respect to theta phi we have to take. So the formula is x derivative with respect to theta. First row is x derivatives, x theta, x phi. Second row is y theta, y phi. So x theta is x derivative with respect to theta, phi is constant. So x derivative with respect to theta, phi is constant. So a cos phi as it is. And for hyperbolic function, remember the formulae. Only two formulae generally. There are many examples and depend on these two formulae only. That is, sin hyperbolic theta derivative is cos hyperbolic theta, and cos hyperbolic theta derivative is sin hyperbolic theta. In hyperbolic, derivative are not changed. Sin derivative is cos hyperbolic derivative is sin hyperbolic. In similar manner, integration is also same. Sin hyperbolic integration is cos hyperbolic integration is sin hyperbolic. So here cos hyperbolic theta derivative is sin hyperbolic theta. Only we have to reverse, sin replace to, or sin changes to cos hyperbolic changes to sin hyperbolic. In both case, derivative and integration. Then x derivative with respect to phi. With respect to phi, a cos hyperbolic theta is constant, a cos hyperbolic theta is constant, and cos phi derivative is sin phi. Cos phi derivative is minus sin phi, because cos theta derivative is minus sin theta. So instead of theta, we have given phi angle, so minus sin phi. Then y derivative, second row is y derivative. So y derivative is with respect to theta. So this is your x theta, x phi, y theta, y phi. First write the formula. So y theta with respect to theta, a sin phi is constant, write as it is. Sin hyperbolic theta derivative is cos hyperbolic theta. With respect to phi, a sin hyperbolic theta is constant, write as it is. Sin phi derivative is cos phi. This is your regular 12th standard formula. Sin theta derivative is cos theta, sin phi derivative is again cos phi. So simplify this. In trigonometric function, in previous example, we have applied to evaluate the determinant, we use the determinant properties, that is taking common term outside, or apply the column transformation C1 minus C2, C2 minus C3, and you can apply row transformations also. But if the determinant contains the trigonometric terms, then don't use these properties, because we don't get after using that using these determinant properties. So directly solve that determinant, and this is your 2 by 2 determinant, so it is easy one instead of applying the determinant properties. So for 3 by 3 order determinant evaluation, you can apply the determinant properties. So evaluate this determinant directly. So a square cos square phi sin hyperbolic square theta minus minus plus, this minus sign, rule minus sign get plus, so plus a square cos hyperbolic square theta sin square phi. This is then a square into, now the prove that answer, this is your answer, but this is your calculative answer. In prove that answer, we have asked the different terms. So this prove that answer contains only cos term. So we have and that cos hyperbolic 2 theta double angle formulae are there. So for double angle formulae, we have to apply, this is your adjustment, that is cos square phi is equal to 1 minus sin square. Here we have applied sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. To want the prove that answer, we are adjusting the formula here. So here cos square theta is 1 minus sin square theta. So cos square phi is 1 minus sin square phi. Hyperbolic term write as it is. And then in first term, this cos term is replaced by 1 minus sin square. And in second term, cos hyperbolic term is given. So in cos hyperbolic, this formula we have to remember. The new formula or new hyperbolic formula we are using here first time. So remember this formula, sin hyperbolic theta, cos hyperbolic theta, their derivatives. And again remember this formula for cos hyperbolic is, this type of formula is for regular trigonometric function, that is sin square plus cos square is equal to 1. But in hyperbolic it is different. Cos hyperbolic square minus sin hyperbolic square theta equal to 1. So this formula we have to use. So here cos hyperbolic phi is 1 plus sin hyperbolic square theta. So in this example we are changing cos terms. So for cos square phi changing, we use the regular formula sin square plus cos square theta equal to 1. So cos square theta is equal to 1 minus sin square theta, that is 1 minus sin square phi. Here angle is phi. And for changing this cos term which is in hyperbolic function, so cos hyperbolic theta, we use this term. So cos hyperbolic square minus sin hyperbolic square theta equal to 1. So cos hyperbolic theta equal to 1 plus sin hyperbolic square. 1 plus sin hyperbolic square theta. Simplifying, we have sin hyperbolic square minus sin square sin hyperbolic square plus sin square sin hyperbolic square. After multiplying this term to this bracket and this term to this bracket, two terms are cancelled. Sin square sin hyperbolic square minus sin square sin hyperbolic square plus sin square sin hyperbolic square. So remaining terms are sin hyperbolic theta plus sin square phi. So here now we get, first we applied the cos square theta formula by the regular trigonometry function, cos hyperbolic square formula by this formula. We get, by after simplification we get this, but the example or prove that answer contains the double angle formula. So we have to use the double angle formula for the both. So the double angle formula for regular trigonometric function is sin square theta. So it has cos 2 theta equal to, double angle formula is 1 minus 2 sin square theta. So from this, sin square theta is equal to 1 minus cos 2 theta upon 2. So this is for sin square theta, that is sin square phi. So 1 minus cos 2 phi upon 2. But in hyperbolic it is different. In hyperbolic it is this, that is cos hyperbolic 2 theta equal to 1 plus 2 sin hyperbolic square theta. So sin hyperbolic square theta equal to cos hyperbolic 2 theta minus 1 upon 2. Cos hyperbolic 2 theta minus 1 upon 2. So you can remember directly. So this formula we have used here, this formula, and the double angle formula for the both hyperbolic and regular form. This is the for hyperbolic, this is for regular term. So here sin hyperbolic theta square is, take this 1 on left side. So cos hyperbolic 2 theta minus 1 and take this 2 on denominator. So cos hyperbolic 2 theta upon minus 1 upon 2. That is the value of sin hyperbolic square theta. And from this regular double angle formula, cos 2 theta equal to 1 minus 2 sin square theta. Sin square theta is, take this 2 sin square theta on left side and cos 2 theta on right side. So 1 minus cos 2 theta upon 2. That is your value of sin square theta. So put the formula, double angle formula, and take this 2 outside. We get cos hyperbolic 2 theta minus cos 2 phi. Minus 1 plus 1 get cancelled. So this is your required answer. Next example is if u cube plus v cube equal to x plus y, u square plus v square equal to x cube plus y cube, then find the Jacobian of uv with respect to xy equal to this. So the prove that answer is given. So here so this is the new example, because here we have applied the another formula in the Jacobian. So here combination of, here we can't have u is equal to in terms of xy or v equal to in terms of xy, so that we can find the Jacobian directly. That is u derivative with respect to xy, v derivative with respect to xy. We can't find u derivative with respect to xy and v derivative with respect to xy directly from these equations. So if we can't convert uv in terms of xy, because we can't get from the equation by after simplification u equal to and v equal to. So if such type of combination, that is this is your implicit function. So if implicit function type equation is given to find the Jacobian, then use the another formula. So this is your formula. So here we have asked uv with respect to xy, and if we can't find the derivative terms from the given equation, because the given equation contains the combination of all the variables, that is your implicit function is given, and we have asked the Jacobian. So for that we have to apply the another formula. So the another formula is Jacobian of uv with respect to xy equal to, as this is the pairing Jacobian, doublet Jacobian, two variables are there. So take minus 1 square Jacobian of f1 f2 with respect to xy, that is the denominator variables we have to take in numerator. So f1 f2 Jacobian with respect to xy and f1 f2 Jacobian with respect to uv. So we have to cross the formula. So in you can might be you remember that the implicit formula for dy by dx equal to minus fx upon fy. In this also we have take this denominator variable in numerator and numerator variable in denominator. Same type of formula is in Jacobian. That is, you have to take the denominator variable in numerator, numerator variables in denominator. So this Jacobian of uv with respect to xy, the formula is minus 1 square Jacobian of f1 f2 with respect to variables are denominator variable in numerator, numerator variable in denominator. So with respect to xy and in denominator with respect to uv. And for triplet there are three variables are there, that is 3 groups or 3 variable group Jacobian is there, that is triplet formula, 3 variables. So for that change minus 1 square for two variables and minus 1 cube for three variables. So if we ask the 3 variables Jacobian, then use this formula, and this formula you can use if the implicit function is given, then only you can use this formula, otherwise not, don't use this formula. So to find this Jacobian we have to take, or we have to introduce f1 f2 formula. So in implicit function this formula is dy by dx equal to, we have studied this, dy by dx equal to, in the given example this type of equation is given. Then we have to introduce the f function. So f function is your given equation. So f equal to x square y square plus xy. Same type of f1, here there is only we want one function, hence we use the given equation as f. Here there we want two functions. So take f1 equal to, take all terms on left side. So u cube plus v cube minus x minus y. This is your f1. And f2 is u square plus v square minus x cube minus y cube. This is your f2. So in implicit function type examples we have to introduce f function. If one function contains, then use f function. If two functions contains, then f1 f2 we have to introduce. So f1 is your first function, take all the terms on the left side. f2 is your second function, take all the terms on left side. So this is your f1 f2. Now find the first Jacobian. Jacobian of f1 f2 with respect to xy. So f1 derivative with respect to x with respect to y, f2 derivative with respect to x with respect to y. That is your formula. So f1 derivative with respect to x. Now when we take the partial derivative of the implicit type function with respect to x, rest of all the variables are constant. We have to write all the we have to keep all the variables as constant. So with respect to x, derivative is -1 only, because u cube derivative constant, u cube is constant, v cube is constant, minus y is constant, so derivatives are 0. Minus x derivative with respect minus x is -1. With respect to y, u cube, v cube and minus x are constant, so derivative is 0. Minus y derivative with respect to y is -1. Then second row is for f2 derivatives. f2 with respect to x, this. f2 with respect to y, this term. So f2 derivative with respect to x, minus 3x square, and with respect to y, minus 3y square. So while we take the implicit function derivatives, partial derivatives, with respect to x is with respect to the variable, you can see this. With respect to x is we want. So with respect to x, rest of all the variables we have to keep as constant. With respect to y, u v x are constant. With respect to x, u v y are constant. So this type of partial derivative we have to use in case of implicit function. Then simplify, we get this 3 take common, so y square minus x square. So minus minus plus 3y square, this minus and total minus sign, so minus 3x square. Take 3 common, so y square minus x square. Then f1 f2 with respect to uv. With respect to u, v, x, y are constant. 3 u cube derivative with respect to u is 3u square. f1 derivative with respect to v. With respect to v, derivative is 3v square. Now the second row is for f2 derivatives. f2 with respect to u, 2u. f2 derivative with respect to v, 2v only. Simplify, we have take 6uv common, in brackets u minus v. So the Jacobian of uv with respect to xy is minus 1 square means 1, and first Jacobian is 3 into y square minus x square upon the denominator Jacobian is 6uv into u minus v. So this is your Jacobian. So here this is the different example, that is implicit functions are given and we have to find the Jacobian. So for that we have to use the Jacobian formula in terms of f1 f2. If the triplets are given, then we have to use Jacobian formula in terms of f1 f2 f3. So the denominator variables goes to 0 goes to numerator, numerator goes to denominator variables. And when how to take the partial derivatives of this implicit function with respect to which variable is given, except that variable, rest of the other all variables we have to keep as constant. So with respect to x, u v y are constant. With respect to y, rest of the variables u v x are constant. With respect to u, v x y are constant. With respect to v, u x y are constant. So this type of partial derivative we have to use in case of implicit function. Then the next example is here. Ux equal to yz, vy equal to zx and wz equal to xy, that is implicit function is given, and prove that jz dash equal to 1. So take as a assignment. So jz dash means here j is your the groups are UVW is one group and XYZ is the another group. So the you can consider J first Jacobian, as J is notation for Jacobian. So first Jacobian you can consider if the example doesn't mention what is J and what is J dash. So you can assume directly that J is first differentiate the two groups. That is, first group is UVW, second group is XYZ. So you can assume J equal to Jacobian of UVW with respect to XYZ, and J dash is, that is its reverse, Jacobian of XYZ with respect to UVW. So here for finding this J Jacobian, that is UVW with respect to XYZ, from the given equation we can get the equations as u equal to yz. Take this x on RHS, take this y on RHS, take this z on RHS. So we get directly u, v, w are the functions of x, y, z. So directly you get the j Jacobian, that is this first Jacobian, j value, after simplification or after taking these equations. So for j dash means Jacobian of xyz with respect to uvw. For this Jacobian we want xyz in terms of uvw, and from these three equations we can't get x in terms of uvw, y in terms of uvw, and z in terms of uvw. We can't get. So hence for that j dash for calculating this j dash Jacobian, we have to use the implicit function formula, that is j dash equal to Jacobian of xyz with respect to uvw equal to minus 1 cube Jacobian of f1 f2 f3 upon Jacobian of f1 f2 f3 with respect to denominator variables. Denominator variables are we want in numerator. So Jacobian of f1 f2 f3 with respect to uvw, and in denominator with respect to xyz. So here f1 is your this. F1 is ux minus yz, f2 is vy minus zx, f3 is wz minus xy. So solve this example by this formula. So in this example, we find the Jacobian of uv with respect to xy by taking this f1 f2 function, and by applying the formula, this f1 f2 formula, implicit function formula in case of Jacobians. So here this is example different, that is here we have to find two values j and j dash. So j means you can assume first differentiate the group as uvw and xyz. So this is the typical variables groups, that is xyz variable is one group and uvw variable is the another group. So here for finding the j Jacobian, that is Jacobian of uvw with respect to xyz, from the given equation we get u in terms of xyz, v in terms of xyz, and z in w in terms of xyz after the simplification. So these are the equations. So find the Jacobian of uvw with respect to xyz, that find the value of j directly by using these equations. You can find the derivatives by these equations. And for j dash means you have to take the reverse of this j, that is Jacobian of xyz upon Jacobian of uvw. For this j dash Jacobian we want xyz in terms of uvw, and we can't get x in terms of uvw, y in terms of uvw, and z in terms of uvw from the given equation. Hence we have to apply the implicit function formula, that is f1 is your all terms left side, f2 is your all terms left side, f3 is your all terms on left side. These are your f1 f2 f3, and then use f1 f2 f3 formula, that is implicit function formula, for finding the j dash value only. For finding j, directly use Jacobian of uvw Jacobian with respect to Jacobian of xyz formula, directly find the j, and for finding the j dash use the implicit function formula. So take as a assignment, and we have to prove that this j into j dash is equal to 1. Next example is, if u equal to x plus y plus z, uv equal to y plus z, and uvw is equal to z, then find Jacobian of, or then prove that Jacobian of uvw with respect to xyz is equal to u square v. So here to find the Jacobian of uvw with respect to xyz, we want u in terms of xyz, v in terms of xyz, and w in terms of xyz. But here in the given equation only u is given in the form of xyz. Rest of v and w are not in the form of xyz. Hence these are your implicit functions. So these are the implicit function. So you can use the implicit function formula, that is F1, F2, F3 formula. So here F1 is u minus x minus y minus z. F2 is uv minus y minus z, and F3 is uvw minus z. And again use the Jacobian of uvw with respect to xyz formula is, this is your triplet. So minus 1 cube Jacobian of f1, f2, f3 with respect to the numerator variables are denominator, that is xyz on numerator and numerator variables are denominator. So Jacobian of f1, f2, f3 with respect to xyz, Jacobian of f1, f2, f3 with respect to uvw. So use this formula directly. Or there is another method, you use this formula. So this is your assignment example. Or you can convert for finding without using this implicit function formula, you use the direct Jacobian formula. Which formula? Jacobian of definition formula. Jacobian of uvw with respect to xyz equal to u derivatives ux, uy, uz, vx, vy, vz, wx, wy, wz. This type of formulae we can use if uvw are directly given in the form of xyz, but here only u is given in the form of xyz. Now we want v in terms of xyz. So here v in terms of xyz and w in terms of xyz. So if we can't get uvw in terms of xyz directly, you can in reverse case, that is you can convert the xyz in terms of uvw. So this is the difficult method as compared to the implicit function formula. So see this example, take this as an assignment, and for assignment use this method, implicit function formula method. So we have used here. So see this example and solve same type of example here and for assignment, and this example is also for your assignment by using the implicit function formula. Don't use this for method because this is the difficult one as compared to implicit function formula. I just want to say this method is what we are converting xyz in terms of uvw, and we here find Jacobian of xyz with respect to Jacobian of uvw, and we have asked here Jacobian of uvw with respect to xyz. So how to find this? Take the reciprocal of this. So 1 upon Jacobian of xyz with respect to uvw. So this formula you can also use for the examples. So it is difficult to find the directly Jacobian of uvw with respect to xyz. Take the reverse or calculate the reverse Jacobian, that is Jacobian of xyz with respect to uvw, and then whatever we get the value, take its reciprocal 1 upon that value, we get the required Jacobian. So use this formula or use the implicit function formula. So instead of this formula, using this formula it is difficult, so use the implicit function formula. So don't use this, use implicit function formula. So this is your first point, Jacobian. That is Jacobian formula is this regular definition formula. Then this is your regular. First example is regular. XYZ are given in the form of r theta phi. So we find Jacobian of XYZ with respect to r theta phi. Then Jacobian of UVW with respect to XYZ. UVW are given in the form of XYZ. So directly you can find this Jacobian. So by taking common term outside. So from squaring, if squaring terms are present, then take one or two. Here the first row contain only one term which contains the squaring term. Rest of the others are single term, 1 upon x, 1 upon x, and this first term contain 1 by x square. So take 1 by x square common. So squaring terms we have to take common instead of single term. 1 by x, instead of 1 by x we have taken here 1 by x square, 1 by y square, and from the third row 1 by z square common. So that is your typical step, that is take the squaring term common. Then from row, from column there is a again common terms. So here we have used here common term property of determinant. Then here uv are given in the xy variables, xy are given in the r theta. So here we have the chain uv are the functions of xy, xy are the functions of x r theta, and we have to find uv Jacobian with respect to r theta. So for that we use the formula, first Jacobian of uv with respect to xy into Jacobian of xy with respect to r theta. Then uvw are given in the terms of xyz, and we have to find xyz Jacobian with respect to uvw, that is reverse Jacobian we have asked here. So for that we use the formula. So here first we find Jacobian of uvw with respect to xyz by using these given equations, and when we take the reciprocal of this Jacobian of uvw with respect to xyz, that is 1 upon Jacobian of uvw with respect to xyz, we get Jacobian of xyz with respect to uvw. Because from the given equations we can find only Jacobian of uvw with respect to xyz, but in example we are asked the reverse Jacobian. So reverse Jacobian answer is your answer with 1 upon. So this is your answer of Jacobian of uvw with respect to xyz from the given equation. And if we take the reciprocal, that is 1 upon that answer, we get the Jacobian, reverse Jacobian. So here in this example we use the determinant property. Which determinant property? Column transformation property. And column transformation property is same in any example, c1 minus c2, c2 minus c3, and then we use the common term property, taking common term property. Here again there is a squaring term. This first term doesn't contain squaring term, but we take the square term common. So this is the typical step, that is we have to take the squaring term common or squaring term outside. So here we are used here hyperbolic formula. So the regular trigonometric formula is sine square plus cos square equal to 1, but in hyperbolic it is cos hyperbolic square minus sine hyperbolic square is equal to 1. So we use here the cos square theta formula from the regular trigonometric function and cos hyperbolic theta formula from the hyperbolic function, and we change these two cos square terms, cos square term and cos hyperbolic square term, in terms of sine square, and by simplification we get this term. In prove that answer there is a double angle formula, and in double angle formula the regular trigonometric double angle formula is cos 2 theta equal to 1 minus 2 sine square theta, but in hyperbolic it is cos hyperbolic 2 theta is this minus get plus, so 1 plus 2 sine hyperbolic square theta. So this type of example is different because this example is contained implicit type functions, that is combination of all the variables. So for that, if we ask the Jacobian for the implicit function, or by implicit function if we ask the Jacobian, then use the f1 f2 formula or f1 f2 f3 implicit function formula. So for that the given equations we have to consider as f1 f2 f3. If the pairing, if the 2 doublet is given, that is two groups are given with 2 variables, then we have to use first function is f1, second function is f2 by taking all the terms on left side. And if 3 groups variables are given, then we have to use f1 is first function, f2 is second function, and f3 is third function. And while we take the partial derivatives of that implicit function with respect to x, rest of all the other variables we have to keep as constant. So that is your example of implicit function formula. Here again, this is your assignment example. Use the implicit function formula, that is f1, f2 and f3, and then find the Jacobian of UVW with respect to x, y, z. So this is your Jacobian point. Next, in next lecture we will see the Taylor's series and Maclaurin series. Thank you.